Hey family, what's going on? What's going down? What's shaking? Welcome to Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. And I'm focusing on a groovy webcomic by a brother from New Orleans. You can go to the website dreamfurycomics.com, dreamfurycomics.com. The story series is Crescent City Monsters, and his epic artist is Gian, Carlo, Bernal. So go over to dreamfurycomics.com and let me introduce y'all. Now, this is like a horror thriller kind of thing, It's set in the dystopic American South. So that's Jim Crow for the uninitiated. Jim Crow is like American apartheid. That's basically what it is. And so we have our hero, our protagonist, Jonas. He's eating with his family. And this is like 1963 in New Orleans, by the way. And right then, as we go through the pages, you can kind of see that Newton, the writer, is kind of building up, the character, introducing us to him and his family. He's kind of showing us what he cares about, showing us what he finds important. We kind of go through this, and then, we see his mom. I believe that's his mom. And, he's about to get on his bike, and he's a musician, right? He leads a band. And, he's about to go to a gig. And then what we notice, okay, let's back up for a second. Y'all see that picture hanging over the fireplace of this big man and this really bigger wolf? That's important. And if you want to know what that is about, you have to go to jonathansoul.com. Go to jonathansoul.com and you will hear a lengthy, enjoyable conversation with the author, Newton Lilavois. I scour the universe trying to get interviews with the creators in this Black Arts Renaissance, because that's what's happening. This is my second Black Arts Renaissance. I've been through the first one in the 90s in Philly, through the Black Art Expos and all that kind of stuff. This is the second one I've been through, and I'm chronicling this one. I'm making sure everybody knows about it, because I think what's going to happen with this one is that we're going to get institutions out of this. We really are. Let's keep moving. So, remember now the context. We're in the Jim Crow South. We got this strong, confident black man on a motorcycle, And by the way, they're talking animals. Like, are you serious? Yeah, man. So that's the other thing that's important. There's like magic all throughout this book. I would say this graphic novel, which is what it's going to end up being, is kind of like a mix of I would say it's a mix of I would say it's a mix of what's that thing? True Blood, The Walking Dead, with a James Brown soundtrack. James Brown and the JBs. That's what I would say. And I think I'm not doing an injustice to this work. So, the animals tell them, watch your back, baby. It's a trick, kind of a thing. And so they go through and well, why are these creatures like even talking? Oh, you want to know that? You got to listen to the interview. Go over to jonathansoul.com. And so we go through here, and then look. Gian did a hell of a job with this thing right here. Now, we're coming up on a part where I would say, like, up to this part, I would say it's fine for kids to look at this. But when I say kids, I mean like 10-year-olds, all kind of stuff. But, there's some scary stuff that happens with the cop, after this. And so if my son was still 10, I wouldn't let him see it. Like when he was like maybe 15 or so, I would, because I'm overly protective. My girls, I wouldn't let them see it until they were like 17 or 18, but I'm overly protective. You know what I mean? Like I'm overly protective. I did mess around and let them see 13 Ghosts one time, but I didn't know it was that bad of a movie. But anyway, let's keep going. So he handles that cop in a very interesting fashion. Let's just keep it like that. He carries the cop in a very interesting fashion. So I'm going to skip that because I want you to go to the site. I don't want to spoil this for you. This is a review. This is not a spoilery kind of vibration. And so, of course, he meets his bandmates there and they're outside the club. And I love this thing. I'm good, bro. Let's blow the roof off this place. I mean, that is awesome. That is awesome. And just look at the way the cells are laid out. I mean, in my mind, this is like a storyboard to a movie. It's very cinematic in the way everybody is posing, even the dialogue. I mean, look at this. Look how we zoom in on, him speaking quietly into the microphone and zooming out. And then you see they're in this room full of people. I mean, it's just so heavy. And so there's this thing happening. And so I'm going to skip because I don't want this to be too long. And I want you, again, to go out there and, to dreamfurycomics.com while it's still free, baby. And check it out. I'm going to skip some. And, this is epic. This is just epic. It's a lot of panels like this. I would say there's probably 5 or 6 panels that are just worth just going to the site alone. And I told him, I said, Newton, in an interview, I said, if you don't get this to print, I'm gonna be outside your house with protest signs, man. You got to get this to print. So we're going through it and everything. And there's some intrigue with some fans, like some fangirls, and I don't know if you call them groupies in the background or whatever. And I'm going to skip past that a little bit because I want to spoil everything for you. And then you see his bandmates and there's some camaraderie and things happening. And then I'm going to skip and basically Jonas, our protagonist, he kind of takes his girlfriend out. I mean, I have done this myself. You take your girl out to a little, quiet patch and, lay one across the lips or whatever on the full moon. That's a beautiful romantic kind of vibration. But there's something else happening here. And I'm going to give it to you frame by frame. So they're talking and he's about to lay on the smoochiness. And then it's like, what the? Are the trees moving? No, them not trees, baby. Them not trees. And so again, once we go into this part of the story, then you see why I said it's kind of like, Walking Dead and kind of like True Blood and kind of a thing. Now, I only watched the first into the second season of True Blood. I don't remember if there was magic in there. I mean, once the werewolves came in and some other stuff, I kind of had to cut them back. It was some other stuff. But the whole idea of the South, and the South has its own kind of, mystique about it. And the thing that's interesting is Newton, the writer, is Haitian. He's from Haitian descent. So he has a little bit of that Caribbean swag, you know what I mean? And the way he writes and the way Gian, who's from an island nation, I don't know why, but I think them two island brothers, I think they communicated the swag in this comic. And so you definitely need to go over to dreamfurycomics.com. Check it out. Follow him on, follow the brothers on social media so you can be aware of when they do their Kickstarter to get this thing in print. Because there's other books coming out. And like I said, he dropped a lot of Easter eggs in there that leave room for prequels and some other stuff. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys a brief, introduction review of Dream Fury Comics and Crescent City Monsters. This book is gonna be big. And I guarantee you that there's gonna be a movie coming out of this. This is JonathanSoul.com, JonathanSoul.com. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel and follow me on social media, Jonathan Soul on Twitter and on Tumblr. And as soon as Facebook unblocks me, I'll be on Facebook. Love you guys. Hope your dreams come true. Peace.